Hi there, and welcome to this demo. We are going to go through how to set up Horizon Managed Services and download BioSuite Virtual for your MetaQuest 3 headsets. First, you need to go to meta.com/meta-for-work. Once you are on this landing page, click the hyperlink that says Available for free. Then you will select your country and click Get Started. On the next page, click Continue. Then enter in your email address. This email needs to match the domain of your institution. You will then need to retrieve the verification code from your email. Now finish filling in your name, birth date, and create a password. On the following page, you will enter in your organization's name, country, and estimate the number of headsets you will be using. Finally, confirm your details to create your institutional account. Now, let's move into setting up our HMS account. Start by going to devicemanager.meta.com. Now, click the blue button in the center of the screen to log into your Meta account. Next, enter in the email address and password you established earlier. Once you log in, you will be at your HMS overview page. We will begin by clicking on Apps and Content. Use the button in the upper right corner that says Add App and select Meta Hosted. On the next screen, you will enter the developer email address of jared.decoste@prismimmersive.com. And make sure you select the Send key in separate email option before clicking the Send button. At this point, you must wait for Prism Immersive to invite you to have access to BioSuite Virtual. We will email you letting you know that we have sent you the software and can move on to the next step. The next time you log in to the Device Manager, you will click your Notifications tab on the left. This will allow you to accept Prism Immersive's invitation to BioSuite Virtual. You will need to go through a series of prompts to add it to your library. Start by clicking Add App. You do not need to add any visuals, so click Continue. In the next tab, make sure Automatic Updates is selected before clicking Continue. Finally, make sure the microphone permission says Auto Grant and click Done. Now we will be able to see BioSuite Virtual in the list of available apps. Next, let's take a look on how to enroll our headsets into the HMS platform. We will begin by returning to the Overview section using the tab on the left menu. Start by clicking the button that either says Enroll and Manage Devices or just Manage Devices. This will depend on whether or not this is your first device enrolled in HMS. Now, click on the blue button in the upper right corner that says Enroll Devices and select in Device Manager from the drop-down menu. From the next screen, we will enroll each new headset. Start by opening the Device Preset drop-down menu. Then select Create New Blank Device Preset. Make sure the radio button for Shared Mode is selected. Now it is time to turn on our new headset to get the 8-character device code. The first time you turn it on, you will need to go through a series of screens teaching you how to use it. Simply click the Continue button until you reach the Wi-Fi screen. From here, you need to sign into your Wi-Fi. The headset will then apply a series of updates and restart. When you get the screen that tells you to pair your headset with the Meta Horizon app, you need to select the Connect to your organization button in the lower left corner. Going through the next series of screens will generate your 8-character device code that needs to be entered where we left off on the computer. Now click Enroll Device and we will get a message of success in both the headset and on the computer. Finally, we will need to load the proper presets onto the headset. Let's go through those steps now. Go to the Manage Devices tab on the left. From here, click on Device Presets. Now click the blue button in the upper right that says Create Device Preset. Then, from the drop-down menu, select Shared Mode. Now read the notice and click Next. On this page, you can name the preset, add a description, and set the time zone. On the next page, toggle on the permissions and make sure that casting is enabled. This will allow the administrators and instructors to cast from any headset to a computer. On the next page, this is where we will add BioSuite Virtual. When you click Search Your Apps, BioSuite Virtual will appear. Select it and click Next. On the Files, Settings, and Device Experience, we do not need you to change anything from the defaults. On the next page, we can add each of our headsets from the Devices section. We also need to toggle the Set as Default Enrollment option to the On position. This will configure each new headset to have the settings that we just set up. Finally, review the details and click the Assign button at the bottom. At this point, each headset should download the most up-to-date version of BioSuite Virtual the next time it is turned on. And now, you are ready to launch BioSuite Virtual. Remember, if any issues arise, please reach out to our team.